Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are unlocking a literal hidden gem in home connectivity that could absolutely save you hundreds of dollars a year. We're going to break down exactly how you can apply for Spectrum Internet Assist.
Okay, let's be real for a second. Are you just completely sick of overpaying for your internet? Every single month you tear open that bill, and the price just seems to creep up and up, right? It's a huge financial pain point for so many of us right now. Especially since reliable internet isn't some luxury anymore. It's an absolute non-negotiable necessity for work, for school, and just for navigating everyday life.
Well, what if I told you that depending on where you live, you could be paying literally just 15 to 25 bucks a month for a rock-solid, high-speed connection? Seriously? No way, right? But it's true. No temporary promotions that expire in 6 months, no exploding prices after your first year. We're looking at a reliable, long-term, ultra-low-cost solution tailored perfectly for households that are on a tight budget. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. We are definitely not talking about some painfully slow dial-up connection from the 90s here. You get fast, reliable advertised speeds of up to 30 to 50 megabits per second. This is a very real, very legitimate program that can drastically reduce your monthly expenses without sacrificing your ability to actually use the web the way you need to.
So, how do we get there? Here's our tactical roadmap for today. First, the hidden affordable internet. Second, do you actually qualify? Third, gathering essential documents. Fourth, our step-by-step application process. Fifth, avoiding common pitfalls. And finally, some final tips and a disclaimer.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the hidden affordable internet, and what you actually get when you sign up. Let's look at the actual perks here, because this program packs some serious practical value. Depending on your exact location and eligibility, these plans start right around that $15 to $25 a month sweet spot. And for that, you're getting speeds up to 30 or 50 Mbps. That easily handles your video calls, streaming, the whole shebang. But honestly, here is the best part. A free internet modem is included. Free. Plus, there are absolutely zero data caps. You can stream and work as much as you want without worrying about surprise overage fees, and there are no hidden contracts, so you aren't locked in. Oh, and if you need Wi-Fi broadcast throughout your entire house, you can just add an in-home Wi-Fi router for like $5 a month.
Okay, let's dive into this next part because it is absolutely crucial. Section 2, do you actually qualify? We're going to demystify the strict criteria right now. So Spectrum keeps a super tight leash on who actually gets this rate. To be automatically eligible, someone in your household must be enrolled in one of these specific government assistance programs. That means the National School Lunch Program, or NSLP, which is the free or reduced cost lunch, or the Community Eligibility Provision of the NSLP. Now, if you're a senior, age 65 or older, you must be receiving Supplemental Security Income, that's SSI. And as a quick aside, if you happen to live in New York State, the rules do expand just a bit to include folks on SNAP or Medicaid. Now, we really need to clear up the single biggest point of confusion for seniors trying to use this program. You absolutely must receive Supplemental Security Income, SSI. That is completely different from Social Security Disability, or SSDI, and it's totally separate from standard Social Security retirement and survivor benefits. Even if you are on SSDI or standard retirement and you're living on a very fixed income, Spectrum's rules explicitly state those programs do not qualify you for Internet Assist. It literally has to be SSI, and you must be 65 or older.
Moving on to Section 3, gathering your essential documents. A little prep work before you apply makes jumping through these bureaucratic hoops so much easier.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is seeing exactly what the required paperwork looks like in the wild. If you're qualifying through a student, you need a recent official letter on school letterhead, like this example right here from a superintendent. It proves your child is in the National School Lunch Program or attends a Community Eligibility Provision school. It's got to be official and it must be signed by an administrator. No shortcuts here.
Now, if you are a senior qualifying through SSI, you're going to need a copy of your current SSI benefit statement or a verification letter, along with proof of your age, like a standard driver's license or state ID card. Listen closely to this part, though. You must ensure the names and physical addresses on your documents perfectly match your desired service address. Even a minor mismatch will totally trigger an automatic rejection. If you're applying online, just snap some clear pictures or scan your documents. They happily accept standard digital formats like PDFs, JPEGs, and PNGs.
All right, you've got your documents in hand. Let's hit Section 4, the step-by-step application process. This is your actionable roadmap.
There are 4 really straightforward steps you're going to want to follow here. Step 1, check your address eligibility online at Spectrum's website by just punching in your zip code. Step 2, fill out the form. We highly recommend using the digital web portal because it's just the fastest, most efficient route. Step 3, upload those required documents we literally just talked about. And Step 4, just sit back and await approval. It usually takes about 5 to 7 business days.
Now, if you prefer the analog route, here's your alternative. It's the official paper remittance form. You can just print this bad boy out, fill it in completely, and physically mail it with your printed documents to P.O. Box 200 in Charleston, Illinois. You also have the option to scan the form and email it directly to mailforcia@charter.com. But remember, and this is key, if you email it, you absolutely must include your application task ID right in the subject line.
But look, even with a flawless application, things can go sideways. So, Section 5, avoiding common application pitfalls. Time for a reality check and some troubleshooting. Just take a listen to this real-world frustration from a Reddit user who was trying to set this up for their disabled father. They literally wrote, "I was told he qualified, but it was denied. It depends on who you talk to. It's called bait and switch." We're sharing this because we want to give you the completely unvarnished truth. The customer service experience over the phone can sometimes be incredibly inconsistent. So, the crucial point is, how do you protect yourself? First, always try to apply online rather than calling it in. Why? Because phone reps might accidentally offer you the wrong internet tier, or they might just get confused by the strict criteria. When you do submit online, save your application tracking number immediately. Just take a screenshot. You can use the My Spectrum app or the website's live chat to check your status later. And hey, if a phone rep ever tries to tell you your application is magically lost, push back firmly using that tracking ID.
And honestly, that frustration ties right into another huge hurdle, even after you're fully approved. Another Reddit user pointed this out. Spectrum will charge monthly, but will not bother to make sure their equipment stays up to date. Getting the service approved is really only half the battle. Actually maintaining those fast speeds requires having the right hardware in your home.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 6, final tips and our disclaimer. Let's talk about keeping your connection strong for the long haul.
Here is your actionable, long-term troubleshooting advice. If your speeds ever start tanking, the absolute first step is to power cycle your router. Just yank the plug for 30 seconds and plug it back in. Classic IT fix, right? But if the problem persists for weeks, demand a newer modem from Spectrum, especially if yours is years old. They are providing it for free, so it needs to actually work. Keep an eagle eye on your monthly bill too, watching out for unprompted billing upgrades where they bump your speed and price without you even asking. For your essential devices, like your work laptop, always try to use a hardwired Ethernet cable instead of Wi-Fi just for maximum stability. And finally, if prices ever do unexpectedly rise on you, call their retention department and boldly negotiate your rate.
Okay, quick but super important note here. Disclaimer time. This explainer is based on the absolute most recent information available at the time of recording, but details, exact pricing, and eligibility requirements can and do change over time. You must always check official sources and verify the latest requirements directly with Spectrum.
So, I want to leave you with this one provocative question. Who in your community could benefit from this hidden internet program today? Think about it. We all know someone, a neighbor, an elderly family member living on a fixed income, maybe a struggling student who is stretching every single dollar to the breaking point. Do them a massive favor, pass this knowledge along, and help them get connected. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.